Bharat Mata ki! Bharat Mata ki! The voice of youth from Kerala is stronger. Enthusiasm is immense. I know you're the leaders of 2047. Swami Vivekananda's statement, Uttishto Jagruto. So arise and remain awake. So this is the time to rise and remain awake. Stay focused, stay steady. When we think of Modi Ulle guarantee, so Modi Ulle guarantee is guarantee for Kerala also. Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana. Now we know a lot of youth from Kerala goes to Middle East, to other countries for job seeking opportunity. 11 crore 72,000 is the only bank account we had in a country of 120 crore people. How shocking is that? Very shocking, right? It meant all the scholarships, all the subsidies, all the benefits to directly reach the people. Louder. Modi Uday? Hey, this is not Kerala. Come on. Modi Uday? Modi Uday? That's right. Kerala is a land of very many athletes and sports persons. And a lot of people have done very well. Anju Bobby George to P.T. Usha to so on and so forth. We've got some fantastic athletes coming out of Kerala. When Kerala grows, India grows. We all are one nation. And everybody's benefit. Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas or Sabka Vishwas. But sometimes the government says, oh, we've not been treated well. I have the data and the figures. How much money center has given to Kerala? How much money center has spent in Kerala? I know exactly what is happening. 11.17 kilometer of metro in Kochi has been built with 11 stations. Who's paying the cost? Central government. And you will be the one leading this country. Stay full of enthusiasm. Somebody who has no pride in the nation, who finds it embarrassing to speak about India, need not be part of Youth Conclave. Ninal ka sukh mano. Namaskaram. When we think of Yuva, youth, we've all been youth at one time, and we all understand what youthful energy is all about. And we know that in spite of our age, certain ideals, certain energy, which one sees in youth, is what one prays continues till you live. Because we understand at this age that the energy which is shown, the sheer physical energy, outburst of energy, is what is needed for building the nation. And it is in this context I want to set the perspective today. Yuva Syat Sadhu, Yuva Dhyapakaha, Ashishto, Dranishto, Balishto. Which means that the youth need to be youthful, not elderly like me. They need to have the energy. They need to be well-mannered. They need to have determined point of view and determination to achieve the goals. And balishto means physically strong. And that's where what we need to focus on. Why do we need these qualities? We need these qualities because 65% of India's population is below 35. So you make the country. And as our Prime Minister has already set the goal for all of us, that by 2047, we want India to become a developed nation. Is there anyone here who doesn't want India to become a developed nation? Anyone? All of you want India to become a developed nation by 2047? Louder. Youthful energy is what I'm expecting, not people who are sitting quietly like people my age. So when I say Yuva Dhyapaka means be youthful, be energized, be enthusiastic. So when I ask a question, I want a response. So I want a response that is there, all of us want India to become developed nation by 2047? Louder, louder. You know, the voice will showcase the enthusiasm, and the voice is an expression of what we truly believe in. Now, if the voice of youth from Kerala is stronger, enthusiasm is immense, I know you're the leaders of 2047. You're the ones who are going to lead this country in every field. You will be educationists, you will be engineers, you will be doctors, you will be professors, you will be political leaders, you will be social workers. You are the one, and you will be entrepreneurs. You're the one who's going to lead this country. And only when we have set our goals, only when the path we have with clarity, only when we know the processes which will make us reach the target, and we have stay focused. Swami Vivekananda's statement, Uttishto Jagruto. So arise and remain awake. So this is the time to rise and remain awake. Stay focused, stay steady. There will be many difficulties. We know there are going to be difficulties. But to have the confidence to face up to those difficulties is what is expected from youth, that we can achieve the impossible. Now, if I compare my life, when I was growing up, way back in 80s, we used to dream one day triple talaq will finish. You know why? Because Shah Bano case happened at that time, 85. I was in college, and the present governor of Kerala was the one who had resigned from the government as State Minister for Home Affairs. And he was a Muslim, so he was my hero. You know, we all looked up to him. We said, this man has shown the courage in spite of fundamentalist religious people. He's shown the courage, what is in the interest of the people, and what will help the Muslim society. So Arif Muhammad Khan ji was one of our heroes when I was growing up, because that time I was still a college student. And I, you know, as people, you read news, and I didn't know I was going to be a lawyer one day, but I was a BSc honors student. And so Arif Muhammad Khan became a hero for most of us. And there was a dream which we carried at that time, that one day triple talaq needs to finish from this country. And when I'm old, when I'm a grown-up woman, I got the opportunity to be in the parliament and to speak on behalf of the government and on my own behalf as a member of parliament 3 times on the same bill. Can you imagine the happiness? Can you imagine the happiness? That as a young person, 18-year-old, 19-year-old, you dreamt of something. And in your 40s, early 50s, you're able to achieve that. So in your lifetime, you're able to see the result of what you dreamt and lived for all these years. That's what I want from you. Why I narrated this story? I narrated this story because what you dream today, you will be the one completing it later. And hopefully, you will not take 30 plus years, you will do it faster and sooner, because the enthusiasm, the pace at which present government is working, the pace at which Narendra Modi ji is trying to change India past 10 years, is a pace which country has not seen earlier. And I must say that when we think of Modi-ulle guarantee, so Modi-ulle guarantee is guarantee for Kerala also. From, I was looking at the pictures, AI, we see AI, we see G20, we see Make in India, we see rocket launching, we see Chandrayaan, we see Startup India, we see Kochi Metro. Now imagine, all this would not have been possible had the government in the center was not Modi government. Because these were the dreams of youth and the country which got completed because Modi government stayed focused on what to do. So GDP, how important is earth? How important is money? Money is very important. So as we say, on the place I come from, we say bhuke pet na bhajo gopala, which means when you're starving, you're hungry, and you are low on resources, you can't remember God. Even for remembering God, you have to be on full stomach. So hunger, Poshan Abhiyan, girl child, Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao, sanitation, separate toilets for boys and girls, maintaining toilets. We know how difficult it was for the girl child to go to school, how high was the dropout rate, and how good we've become today. And close to 94% we've achieved the sanitation in the country, and especially in the rural area. How important, even in Kerala, for example, Har Ghar Nal Se Jal, a so-called educated state, Har Ghar Nal Se Jal. And today, under the Rural Jal Jeevan Mission, we've been able to provide, and the rate has increased to 35% Matritva Vandan Yojana. In spite of institutions and things, the women health was suffering because you don't want kuposhit children to be born. So women who are pregnant, women who are lactating mothers, people who are suffering from tuberculosis are all being looked after by Poshan Abhiyan, and few lakh crore is what has been assigned for Kerala under these programs. I must give you a data on Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana. Why I'm talking about Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana? Because when we think of youth, we want more universities, we want more medical colleges, and you'll be happy to learn that 70 years of India's independence, until Atal Bihari Vajpayee's government came in 1998, 99, 2000. Till that time, we only had one AIIMS. When Atalji's government came, we increased it to 6 AIIMS by 2004. And from 2004 till 2014, not even one AIIMS was added. From 2014 till 2023, we've added 16 AIIMS. Does it make a difference? IITs, 20 plus, 23, 24. IIMs, 20. ITIs, again in 20s, which were much less. Universities, 263. So, education becomes important. When we think of youth and we want this power, this energy to power the development of this country, how will that happen? Only when we have educated and trained youth. So for education and training of the youth, we need to constantly work and provide for their training. Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana. Now we know a lot of youth from Kerala goes to Middle East, to other countries for job seeking opportunity. Those opportunities will not be there until and unless we train the youth. So for training the youth, for building the country and even seeking opportunities, we don't want it to become brain drain. We want people to go get exposure but come back. So Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana has worked for certification and upgradation and updation of the skills by the youth is 2,17,508. And this is what I call Modi Uday guarantee. Because more than 2,17,000 youth got skilled and got updated on their upskilling part. And I must say, government brought in something called Mudra loan. Now, what is most interesting is a fact you all should know. After 70 years of India's independence, till 2014, we were still a country of 120 crore people. In 2014, we were 120 crore people. Yeah? How many bank accounts did we have? Any guess? Somebody? How much? 20 crores. You're wrong. How much? Who? How much? 48 crores. Wrong. You know, we only had 11 crore bank accounts. Are you shocked? 11 crore 72,000 is the only bank account we had in a country of 120 crore people. How shocking is that? Very shocking, right? The Modi government came to power within 4 months. Modi ji told the banks to open bank accounts. And we opened 52 crore bank accounts in 4 months. Now we talk of development of this country. We talk of banking facility, formalization of economy. Imagine country did not allow its own citizens to open bank accounts. And I laugh sometimes. I say that there were people who did not have access to banking facilities, whereas there were people who were causing NPAs, and there were people which were family of 4 people but had 40 bank accounts, and 40 bank accounts outside the country, Swiss Bank and Singapore and all the St. Kitts Islands and wherever. So you had those people, or you had people who did not have access to banking. And what did Modi do? Brought in sanity in the functionality of banks. Money of the people is for the people. Until they have access to banking facility, the country cannot progress. So 52 crore bank accounts within 4 months. You know what it meant? It meant corruption-free India. It meant all the scholarships, all the subsidies, all the benefits to directly reach the people. Direct benefit transfer. It also meant that women will get their gas connection based on their Jan Dhan account. Only deserving will get, not the corrupt. And making all those schemes reach the primacy that no one is left behind. So much in the name of equality, so much in the name of socialism has been spoken of, but nothing was done. The person who actually did is none other than Modi ji, and thus I call it Modi Uday guarantee. You guys have to speak behind me. Modi Uday? Louder. Modi Uday? Hey, this is not Kerala. Come on. Modi Uday? Modi Uday? That's right. And this Modi Uday guarantee has also provided for 17.81 lakh Mudra loans. So you get up to 10 lakh rupees under Mudra loan so that you can start your own business. And 17.81 lakh people worked under or got loans under Mudra loan, and the amount is about 15,400 crore under Modi Uday guarantee. And this guarantee further extends to Make in India program. We've seen the metro rail. We've seen how the toy industry. So toy industry, we were importing all the toys. Can you imagine? Policy was changed, policy was tweaked, and thus we reduced the import of toys by 59%, And we have increased the production by 239%. So we are exporting toys today. 239% increase in toy manufacturing. EPF data shows how much of Provident Fund has increased. PLI scheme, production linked incentive, that constantly we are working on Make in India. Every now and then, every 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, we do Rozgar Mela. Lakhs and lakhs of youth are getting employed in the central government employment. I cannot speak the same about the state government, where the state government is also running some Rozgar, because when you have to deal with employment, it is not just the center's responsibility. It is as much state's responsibility to work on these subjects. We all understand that youth means energy, youth means enthusiasm, youth means physical well-being. So we know Kerala is a land of very many athletes and sports persons, and a lot of people have done very well. Anju Bobby George to P.T. Usha to so on and so forth. We've got some fantastic athletes coming out of Kerala, and that's what youth is all about. So government worked on something called TOPS scheme, which is targeting the Olympic podium. And under this targeting the Olympic podium scheme in certain specific disciplines, people were brought in and they were trained specifically in those fields and changing the way people worked, their gradation, their food, their training, everything was targeted. And the result is, first time we've crossed the medal tally of 100 and we crossed that line. Even in Paralympics, we did far better. We did very well in Special Olympics, and that has not happened in the air. It has happened because 182 TOPS development groups were formed. 182 TOPS development groups across the country in various disciplines. So you change the policy, you look after the athlete, you provide for it, you work on training, you work on nutrition, and specifically cater to the personal requirement of the athlete. Can you imagine that Ayushman Bharat Yojana, 75.25 lakh, almost 250 crore of people in Kerala have benefited out of Ayushman Bharat Yojana, which means 5 lakh rupees as an insurance amount for every family. And more than 75 lakh people have benefited under Modi Uday Guarantee. Louder, louder. Modi Uday Guarantee under Ayushman Bharat Yojana, and we have opened 999 Jan Aushadhi Kendra, where you get generic drugs at a lower price and you are able to save money on the health issues. 999 such centers. Indradhanush, because I'm with the youth, you've been children once, and you understand how important is vaccination for the children. And in this field of vaccination, we have about 10,249 youngsters, young children, have been benefited in Indradhanush scheme. National Health Mission, we've spent about 802.62 crore. More than 800 crore is what has been given to Kerala under National Health Mission. Once you are swast, you are healthy, and we talked about balishta. So for being balisht, for being balwan, you need to ward off the disease. And for warding off disease, the health infrastructure is where you need to work. And under National Health Mission, more than 800 crore is what has been given to the state of Kerala to work on this aspect. Employment, entrepreneurship, capacity to work, Startup India, Stand Up India, all that has been possible because the bank accounts were opened way back in 2015. Windsor Port is something which is going to benefit the youth of Kerala, because I'm in Kozhikode, Calicut. Why was this place so famous? Not because Vasco da Gama came. Vasco da Gama came because this was already a hub of trade and commerce. That's why Vasco da Gama came, not the other way around. So something which was hub of trade and commerce went down and stopped being the hub because the new port facilities were not existing in this part. So new port facilities had to be developed so that the trade and commerce which flourished in Kerala can take off and benefit not just Kerala but whole of India. When Kerala grows, India grows. We all are one nation and everybody is benefit. Sabka saath, sabka vikas or sabka vishwas. Sabka vishwas or sabka prayas. Everyone needs to put in the right effort. So Vizhinjam Port is going to be a game changer for Kerala and for India, so that the lost glory of Kerala as a hub of trade and commerce can come back to Kerala, and instead of exporting only manpower, it will become a hub of exporting goods. And that's what needs to be done. On National Highway, I have been coming to Kerala for fairly long time. There only maybe one district where I have not been. I may have gone on the periphery, but I have not really gone. But Kerala, I have virtually done every district. And when I talk about every district, I also know what was the condition of national highways. Because the only way you can travel in Kerala is by road or by boat. Irrespective, the boat or the road, the national highways had to be worked at. And even the waterways had to be worked at. Can you imagine? 160 kilometers of national highway is what has been built in Kerala in past 10 years. And cost of this has been 1.5 lakh crore. So when people say, I don't want to make it political, but sometimes the government says, oh, we've not been treated well. I have the data and the figures. How much money center has given to Kerala? How much money center has spent in Kerala? I know exactly what is happening. And there is a plan to open 3 industrial corridors. The plan to open 3 industrial corridors because they are, whether it's cement sector, it's iron, it's depending on how Kerala works, it could be IT and artificial intelligence, it could be service industry. If Bangalore can be a hub, so can Kerala be. If Hyderabad can be a hub, so can Kochi be. So 3 industrial corridors is what has been planned for Kerala. 11.7 kilometers, 11.17 kilometer of metro in Kochi has been built with 11 stations. And who's paying the cost? Who's paying the cost? Central government. Okay? And that is what has been done for Kerala. I can just go on and on with all the programs that center has brought for the Kerala, but I would rather end by saying the Prime Minister said, Yuva jato gato sa pantha, which means the path on which the Yuva goes, the path which is taken by the youth is the path where it becomes the path of glory and it becomes the path of the nation. So if the youth in the conclave on the concluding day decides to work for the well-being and development of this nation, that will be the path on which the nation will tread. I wish you all the best, that you please tread the path of Viksit Bharat, so that the Viksit Bharat Yojanas reach every person who needs the benefits. Nobody is left behind, and we are able to build a developed nation by 2047. I do not know whether I will live the day to see developed nation, but you will be standing where I am standing, and you will be the one leading this country. Stay full of enthusiasm, work hard, and make country a proud nation based on Vikas bhi or Virasat bhi, which means the heritage, the values, the civilizational values which this country possesses is what we all need to carry forward while we make India a developed nation. Thank you very much. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. Bharat Mata ki. No. Come on. In Punjabi we say, 1.25 lakh se ek lada tab Govind Singh naam kaha. And one is enough to fight 1,25,000. So your voice has to be loud so that every one person can make a difference. Bharat Mata ki! If you guys are still sitting with their hands folded, is Bharat only my Mata or your Mata as well? Tell me. Any doubts? No doubts? Enthusiasm needs to be expressed. Bharat Mata ki! This side is again weak. What's the problem, boss? Any problem? Last attempt. Bharat Mata ki! The lady in yellow can stand up. Yeah. Don't look on the side because this is how I'm going to speak to you. I'm going to ask you a straight question. Bharat is not your Mata? Or is this? This woman is still standing like this. I think you can leave the house. Somebody who has no pride in the nation, who finds it embarrassing to speak about India, need not be part of Youth Conclave. Bharat Mata ki! 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 Full force, both hands in the air to showcase our expression and our resilience and also the confidence that we will make India a developed nation by 2047. This is our commitment. This has to be your commitment. As I said, I may not be there in 2047. So whatever work we are doing today is for all of you. You will be the leaders. You will get the benefits. And you will lead this Mother India. Both hands in the air to showcase the commitment. Bharat Mata ki! Bharat Mata ki! Jai Hind, Jai